Good morning, everybody. So I am out thrifting today. I've actually been in a weird headspace about sourcing because I just had a market and I haven't really wanted to accumulate more stuff because I just got rid of a bunch of stuff. But, you know, the urge to go thrifting always ends up finding you. So today it did. So I'm out with my mom. We're going to hit up a few favorite spots and see what we find. So first stop is red, white, and blue. This little lidded pot is so cute. It's definitely newer production, so it's probably not vintage, but the little handles are so sweet. A sweet little owl, probably Japanese, but it looks like it has a pretty substantial crack in its head, so passing on that. Some handmade studio pottery. This is really lovely. The detail around the edges is great. It's $5.99. Looks like it's artist sign underneath. I think I'm gonna put it in the cart and just see. This cannon is epic. It is so cool. It's definitely like that brutalist style. I wonder if it's made in Spain based on the way the wood is and the hardware. It's really, really cool. And this part's metal. It is $14.99. Oh my gosh, do I need this? I don't know. This would be a bit of a risk. So I get questions on occasion from people wondering if these types of trays sell. And for me, I don't pick them up because I just don't think they have much of a buyer. So I would not advise picking these types of trays up just because they're flimsy and they're not like full on brass like some of the ones that are made in India. So mom just found this bird tray. I think it's worth getting. It's very neat. So I just pulled this box off of the shelf. It's largely in good shape except for that part there. It is Polish and $4.99. So I think I'm gonna get it. This is the biggest Polish box I have ever found. Some more goodies, a myrtlewood candle holder that's largely in good shape, and then this stone bowl for $1.99. So these type of book organizers always sell in a flash, but this middle piece is not moving for anything, so that's probably why it's here. So I think I'm gonna have to reluctantly pass on it, but if you guys ever find these out, definitely get them. Dear Lord, you guys, look at this. I can't help but love it. It's ridiculous. I don't know why it has so many holes in it, but on the bottom it's dated underneath it here, 74, $7.99. Look at that mouth. That's so funny. So my mom told me that this is a pencil holder. That's why it has holes. And when I looked inside the holes, there are definitely pencil marks in it. So I may have to get it. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is a trash can pottery piece, and my friend Taylor just found one when we were in Palm Springs, so I'm gonna have to look this up. So I just realized it says Muppets on the bottom, so this must have maybe been like Oscar the Grouch's garbage can. That is too funny. I just found two of these green metal vases, forgetting the name. I want to say verdigris. I don't know. I'll put it on the screen, but I have sold them before and they sell for a lot. And these ones are way bigger than the one that I sold previously, so very excited. This is the type of store that you have to go explore every single aisle, like the tops of the clothes, because you can find some real gems on the top of the racks. This is adorable. The strawberries, the teeny tiny little sugar dish. I don't need it, especially for $2.99, but it's adorable and it really is tugging at my heartstrings. Every time I go down a glass aisle, I like to pretend like I know what I'm looking for, but I absolutely do not. There's something that still is just so elusive to me. It looks like a whole paperweight collection came in, and if you go over here, there's even more, but they don't look like they're art glass. They just look like something that was made like in China. So I'll probably pass on all of these, but I'm gonna go through each just to make sure there's nothing valuable in the mix. I sold my entire backlog of linens and textiles at the market this past weekend. So I'm like, never again am I picking them up because I usually just let them sit. But then of course I came across this and now I want it. It's so pretty. Look at all that embroidery. Oh man, I may have to bring this home and break my rule already, only a weekend. So I just grabbed this off of a cart. That was really pretty myrtle wood bowl. And then I also found this Bowden trench coat in my size, and it's $14.99. I gotta look at what the color is for the discounts, but it's in really good shape. I love the blue piping, and this inside is so cute. Of course, you don't really see that when you're wearing it, but it's great shape. The buttons are all there. I don't see any stains. Even at $14.99, that seems like a great deal. I do love Bowden, like the brand. I like their clothing. It's always colorful and has fun little details like this. So I'm going through my cart. I forgot to show you guys this really cute hook rack. So I'm gonna get that, and then this is my pile. So my jacket, the 2 vases, this textile, which I am breaking my rules, and then that box. And I think I have another little thing in here, a little dish. Let's see. Yeah, the little dish. So not too bad. So we're heading to the next spot, which is my favorite in all of Portland, Village Merchants. You guys hear me talk about this place all the time. It's where I filmed a lot of my Etsy workshop. It's just, selection's so good. It's gonna be busy today because it's Friday. And I don't know if I'm gonna find anything amazing, but fingers crossed. A really pretty hand-turned vase, sign on the bottoms, $10. Mom says that she has a bunch of these in our space and it's just not selling for her. So I think I may pass on it for 10 bucks. So many folk art pieces. Love this chicken and the rusted nesting dolls. I've been taking a bit of a break from collecting these because I just have accumulated too many. Love the shape of this. I actually have a pill-shaped one at home that I have kept for my own like personal collection. I love the hammer detail too. And then I used to pick up a ton of these 12, but I've kind of been, I mean, I think they're beautiful, but after picking up certain things for years, you kind of get tired of them. Not that they're not beautiful still, but you're like, you know, I think I'm over you and I want to move on to something else. So I think this actually might be the owl from the last place, but intact without any flaws. Huh, $4. Okay, I think I may have to get them. I used to find these little banks all the time, and it's been a while. So $8, I think I'm gonna get it. I want this teeny tiny Cloisonne salt shaker so much. It's $5, but I don't need it personally, and I try to avoid, you guys know, picking stuff like this up, but it's really, really sweet. My mom found this tile art project. If it was a tray, we would definitely get it because they sell. But this looks like someone's little handmade box. Oh yeah, look at the pipe cleaner opening. That's so funny. Finally found a sweetgrass basket that is not dried out and soft to the touch. So it's $6, so I'm gonna get it. This place has the best affordable art. So I just found this crewel, and I kind of want to bring this piece home too, because it's only $12, and then this guy is only $18. Love the religious painting behind that gargoyle and lamp. It's only $79. It's so good. Mom found this needlepoint, but we're not quite sure how we feel about it. I mean, I think I like it. It's $14, but I don't know about that scene and how well that scene will sell. I'm really digging this bird. It's $20 though, which seems high. Maybe I'll do a Google lens on it and see what it's about. I love the shape of it. Here's another thing I used to pick up so much. This is beautiful. This is a really lovely one. It's $12, but it's a Navajo etched vase. I love this green vase. The glaze is so good. It's $16, so more than I want to spend, but it has an awesome mid-century look. I love this retro pillow. But I feel like the white fringe, like the little puff balls, have seen better days. So I think that's probably a game changer because they're kind of gray and filled with all sorts of weird bits. The colors on this are so good and cheerful. So I can't decide if I hate this vase or I love it. It's so lumpy. It's $12. It's definitely handmade. The glaze is really interesting in that shape. But for $12, I feel like that's too high to kind of risk it. Just found this Florentine tray, and it was hidden under another tray, so I'm really excited. This shape is one I have not sold before, and it is, oh yeah, $8, and it's stamped on the bottom. Okay, this is definitely coming home with me. So way back there is a floral piece of art that I believe is a print, but I feel like I need it, so I'm gonna take it off the wall. So this is the piece in the sun. It's $18, and there's definitely some wear around the edge, but it's really good, like the colors. So I think I might have to get it, even though it's $18. So I just found this copper piece, hammered, And on the bottom, it actually says Egypt. I never thought that these came from Egypt. I just assumed they were Mexico or somewhere like that. So I learned something today. This is beautiful. $8. Tempted to get it. I think I'm gonna pass on it. Last time I was here, I wanted this so bad because it's really good, but it is $65, and I'm reminded why I didn't buy it the first time and why it's still here. But it's a really cool piece. My friend Emily collects these garden crates or totes, and this one's only 16, and I really like the size and shape, so I'm gonna send it to her and see if she wants it. I know it's not a wicker animal, but I do kind of like this wicker boat. I'm pretty well powerless against any wicker, and oh my gosh, I just saw this cute piece in the back. It's probably paper mache. That is adorable. So it is the next day, and I am in Washington. It's Mother's Day, and so we decided to go on a little drive and hit up one of my very favorite antique malls that I don't get to very often. I think it's been maybe a year or more since I've been here last, so can't wait to see what I find. Salt and pepper shakers have been selling for me, and this is $6.50 for the set and the other stoppers, and they're in pretty good shape, so I think I'm gonna get them. Oh my gosh, you guys, you may recall that I found just one side of this, and this is what it was supposed to look like. Wow. This is a cloisonne pattern I have actually never seen before. It's $34. It's stunningly beautiful. I actually just posted an Instagram reel that showed how these were made, and it's just, when you see all the work that went into making a piece like this, it makes you love the craftsmanship and design even more. And this one is beautiful. This may be one of the largest tonala birds I have ever seen. These are stunning hand-blown vases. They have such a weight to them. They are $39. And 22. I like this one because it has it on the outside, so it's very 3D. I can't see a signature, but it's definitely handmade. So I've been trying to slow down on my collection of wicker animals, but I do not have this duck. And last time I was here, I bought a wicker animal, and he's only $8. Look at his face. Oh, I think he has to come home. Next to the wicker bird was this vase, and I was like, oh yeah, I definitely want to get that. And then it's 62, so. So yeah, I won't be getting it, but I love how it has the etched patterns in it and all the different colors. It's just a really cool piece. Look at the needlepoint hiding behind all of this stuff. I kind of want to take it all off and see what the whole chair looks like. Not that I need it, but these colors, the detail is just wow. Oh yeah, and then look at all this petite point, as you guys have told me it's called when it's really, really small. It just makes such a difference. Oh my gosh, look at how small it gets there. Amazing. If anyone needs glass, this is the store to come to because it has glass in every single color. This is the largest collection of glassware I think I have ever seen at a shop. I sold a vase like this very recently, and it sold for quite a bit because it was by a known artist. This one isn't marked, but it's only $10. But it has like some lines through it. I don't know if you guys can see that in the light. So I don't know if that disqualifies the piece or not. I just grabbed this one off the shelf, and it is signed and dated. It's Lundberg. And I looked it up, and this is a very well-known artist, and there's a bunch of sold comps. So this one is coming home. It is $25. I can't get over the glazing and the flowers on this vase. It's so pretty. It is $30, which seems very fair. It's a lot of markings on the bottom, but the way that these are kind of jumping off the vase, like it's very textural, it's just so unique. I love these folk art rabbits. They're so cute. They're from Denmark. It's $20 for the set. I don't think I'm gonna get them, but they are the most adorable thing. I really wish these needlepoint scenes weren't $30 each because they're really, really good. But $30 is way more than I'd want to spend. I really like the winter one. Here's another fine piece of embroidery, but it has a lot of damage or just wear patina to the surface. So I feel like that's just too much. Take it out. Also, I don't love the white frame, but it's only $25, so the price is good. This is a Florentine style plaque, and it is $12. Has a few like cracks in the paint, which, you know, you buy the stuff for the old world look. I like the shape of it. So many beautiful pottery pieces at this place. Really like this one. It's $28, and also the painting behind. I'm not usually one for purples, as you guys know, but I really am drawn to this. A lot of art pieces I want too, but they all seem to be outside my budget. I really like this mountainscape, probably because we're close to the mountain range where I am right now, and this definitely speaks to that. Look at this folk art painted mushroom. It's like a Russian nesting doll, but it doesn't have any friends inside. So it's $12. I think I have to get it. It's so cute. Ooh, it's a doll horse. I don't have this size. $3. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I just pulled this bell off the shelf and I was like, who are these weirdos? And it's the Founding Fathers. So that is Mount Rushmore. I am just amazed how whoever made this managed to make unattractive men even more unattractive with this bell. It did not do them justice, bless their hearts. You gotta love a woman with thighs so strong she can crack a nut. These are so funny to me, and they are popular because the novelty of a nutcracker like this. She's 48, so I'm not gonna get her, but I always am looking for these. So everything on these shelves are $1. And of course, I never really find anything I want on these shelves. This piece right here is really cool, but it's super broken, which is probably why it's $1. I did grab these little mirrors off because I'm going to take the mirror out and then I'm going to use the frames for a project. Now, they definitely are less orangey and red in real life. Like the lighting here making them look really orange, but I'm always looking for mini frames, and $1 piece is great. The basement of the shop is really fun because it always has imported treasures. So you can see up there, I actually have gotten like cool wooden stools here before, like very distressed ones. Oh, look at that wooden piece right there, like that bird. So it's always fun to go down here and see what some of the pieces that are imported are. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, that's pretty. It's very threadbare, but that kind of adds to that old world charm. If you're one of those people that loves that olive atelier look, this is the place where you need to come and get like the dough bowls and the stools because they have so many. And $79 seems like a good price. Look at this lamp. Oh, I always wanted to have one of these types of lamps with the lady, the porcelain lady on the bottom. It definitely doesn't match my decor at all, but I just have such a soft spot for them. So I just grabbed this tiny little folding stool thing for $4 off the shelf, and I thought it could be great in a bathroom, like holding folded up towels. So I'm gonna get it, especially for $4. Is anyone looking for a giant ceramic vase? I mean, I feel like I could actually like sit inside that one. It's so huge. Wow, and look at all these scoops. Wow, these are awesome, especially the ones that have like some of the metal detail. So much character. So we are back in my studio space. Now, before I jump into the haul portion of this video, I wanted to give you guys a recap of the marketplace sale that I just did. So to catch you guys up to speed, I was invited to be a guest vendor at the PDX Estate Marketplace. It is this 20,000 square foot estate sale marketplace. It happens once a month, the first weekend of the month, and you go Saturday and Sunday. Sunday is 50% off, anything under 100. It's a great shopping experience. I mean, 20,000 square feet of estate sales in one roof, under one roof. It's amazing. I shop it and source it
Every time they have the sale. So when they asked if I wanted to be a guest vendor, I was like 100% yes. I invited my friend Taylor to do it with me because you guys know I don't have a surplus of inventory like my other reselling friends. So I knew I wouldn't probably be able to fill up an entire like area myself. And so I invited Taylor to come and do it with me. So it was really fun for us to do it together because she brings the furniture and all of the like large volume of stuff. So we moved a lot of product that weekend. I can't believe how many sales we made. It was phenomenal. We actually participated in half off day the next day, which was a little bit painful for us because we don't do discounts. You guys know this. We don't discount our stuff that often, but we had been holding on to a few things for a really long time, and we felt it was time to like let it go because merchandise that just like is sitting and not moving, whether it's in storage or it's in a booth, you know, eventually you gotta get rid of it at some point. If it's not selling, then you gotta discount it until it does, or you're donating it. And we'd rather make some money back rather than donate it, ideally. And so we brought inventory that we had just sourced, stuff that was currently in our booth and stuff that I had on Etsy. And then of course, stuff that I found in my garage, just tucked in little places. So I took it as an opportunity to go through really everything. I audited my entire inventory of stuff and also my personal collections. And I brought so much stuff in and it was amazing. It was an amazing weekend. It was an exhausting weekend because we actually were part of the team. And so we had, you know, badges on as if we were crew members and we helped people with holds. Anytime anyone had like their hands full, I was grabbing them baskets. So it's actually really fun because as a reseller and a solopreneur, I'm doing this largely, you know, on my own in my studio space. And unless I'm going out thrifting with friends, like I don't see anyone else to work with. It's just like me. And as a corporate, like a former corporate person, I miss having colleagues. And so it was really nice to be part of a crew again and like work alongside others. And so yeah, it was just really, really fun. Exhausting, but fun. I think I walked like 10,000 steps both days. That's how much I was schlepping during that event. But it was really great. So the next event is coming up in June, July. I mean, they're going to be there for years. So just remember the first weekend of the month. So if you're local, I highly recommend you go because the deals are good. And while I was there, I did shopping, of course. So we weren't allowed to pre-buy anything. We got to, you know, look and see what was going to be in the sale, but we didn't get to actually pre-shop. So when the doors opened, that was when we were allowed to then start to go shopping. And so as we were like helping customers and restocking our booth, I also grabbed things. So I accumulated some inventory. So not only did I get rid of a bunch of stuff, I also accumulated some stuff, but that's how it goes when you're around amazing things. So anyways, I'm gonna show you that haul of stuff too when we get to the haul portion. Okay, so that is my entire market recap. It was a lot of fun, a lot of work. I wanna really start with the haul that came from that marketplace event because that's the stuff you guys did not see in the footage. So it's all going to be new. So I bought a lot of stuff for myself, but I also bought some stuff for resale, which is how it always goes. So I picked up this amazing plaque on half off day. It's like Florentine style. It's old, it's on board. I thought it was very cool. So it was half off of 35. This will be available on Etsy. These type of Florentine old world pieces always have a buyer and they usually sell really quickly. You guys know I sell a lot of Florentine stuff. And so anytime I see something that is like Florentine inspired, I am grabbing it because I know it's going to do well. So yeah, very excited about this piece and that it was still there on half off day. So one of the great things about the May sale is that there were a lot of estates that came in that had collections that closely aligned with what I collect because every month you never know what they're going to have. The inventory, of course, is different because everyone's homes, you know, contain different things. So they never know what's going to be coming in with the estates. So there were a lot of Kakashi dolls and I wanted to buy all of them, but I've been trying to be really choosy lately because I have been amassing so many so quickly recently. And that's kind of how it goes. So this gal, I fell in love with, and you guys can probably guess why, because she has a bow on top and she is huge. So she was $45 and then it was on half off day that I got her. So it was half off of $45, which I thought was great because Kakashis can be so expensive. And then I also got this one too on half off day. And then one of you guys who came and visited my booth and said hi, bought this one for me. and gave it to me, which is so sweet, like just the most touching thing. So thank you so much. She is going to be added to my collection. This is probably the predominant colorway that I have in my collection. It's very classic, and I just love the pinky raspberry tones in this style of Kakeshi. And so this will go in my collection, and then this one will probably too. I'm looking over where I have all my Kakeshis right now, and I feel like I need to do a little bit of not purging, but reorganizing now that I have accumulated so many. And that's kind of how it goes when you collect stuff. In the beginning, you kind of collect any one that you see, and then eventually you kind of hone in on what your favorite styles are. And these are some of my very favorite styles that I am always gravitating to. And then of course the one-offs like this that are super fun. So yeah, very excited to add these to my own personal collection. So moving on to some things that'll be available for you guys. So I got this really beautiful original painting. I really like the rustic frame. Anytime I can find art this size, you guys know I always pick it up because it's like the size that sells the best and fastest in my shop. So I thought this was really great. And then I also got this great cross-stitch embroidery piece. It feels very old, and it's of a covered bridge. I thought it was lovely, and so this will be available on Etsy. Anything embroidery right now, cross-stitch, you know, needlepoint, you name it, flies out of my shop. So I'm always on the hunt for it right now. I'm gonna ride this wave for as long as it's gonna be around for, because, you know, things go in and out of style all the time. I'm really loving the whole like embroidery phase. And then I got these Native American baskets. So this was another collection that came in that was huge. And the story behind the Native American stuff that I'm gonna show you is that there was like this young, like 20-something guy who inherited an entire collection of Native American pieces and antiquities. And I was just like, can you imagine inheriting an amazing amount of very cool things? Like that just blows my mind. And of course, he really wasn't interested in the pieces and didn't know what to do with them. And so he, you know, they managed the sale of that estate for that 20-something-year-old guy. And I'm like, man, like I want to inherit that. Like my grandparents, like on my mom's side, did not collect anything. And also they had a very strong gene that they felt the urge to purge all the time. Like all the time. Like they didn't like a lot of stuff. And so my grandma would just like one day go through her attic and be like, you know what, this stuff's gotta go. And then we would all find out after the fact. We're like, Grandma, like we would have wanted that. She's like, oh no, it's just junk. And we're like, no, it's family heirlooms. So anyways, so that was like, it's like the one side of my family. Like they did not collect a lot of stuff. So I don't really have many things from them. So, I mean, can you imagine if they would have collected Native American baskets and pottery? But oh well, oh well. Now my son, he's gonna inherit a lot of stuff. So yeah, so hopefully he's into it. When I die, my husband dies. But anyway, sorry, that took a turn. Anyways, baskets. So these Native American baskets can be very, very valuable, and they can be worth hundreds of dollars. I actually found one last year at Value Village of all places. And I knew it was a nice basket. I didn't know how good, and I sold it for, you know, a good amount of money. I think I got it for like $3, and I sold it for, was it like 100 or 200 bucks? Anyways, it was a really good flip. So now I'm always looking for these, and the sale had a lot of them. My regret is I didn't buy more. So this one was 25, this one was 35, which I know sounds like a lot, but they're worth, you know, like I said, you know, $100, $200. And so that's why I grabbed them. And these ones are really good shape. So I should have bought more of them, but you know, I was there, you know, to sell and work, and I was also socializing up a storm, and I just was like not in my right mind to pick up more of those baskets. And so the stuff went really quickly. I did manage to get, so, oh, I forgot to mention, these are gonna be available on Etsy. I did get a bunch of little like pieces for me because you guys know I collect the pottery, like the mini pottery, and I thought these were really cute. I mean, look at this one. I don't know if it's a fish or a whistle or what, but it is so cute. So I got these, I got this one, and this one I had been eyeing. It actually was on half off day, and I was so excited that it was on half off day. And then I also got this round one too. which I thought was amazing. So again, these are for my personal collection because they're beautiful. Like, you know, these types of pieces you do pay up for even at an estate sale because they just are very valuable. And this one, like, it was 65 and half off. So, you know, that's not like super cheap, but for what it is, it's a very good price. And everyone who came that was a collector was like, the prices are really good. And I'm like, I know. It was funny. There was a man there named Andy. And so he had a hold bin next to my bin. And I went up and I saw there was an Andy with all this amazing pottery. And I'm like, oh my God, did someone put these aside for me? Because they were like up my alley. But no, it was for this other man named Andy. So that Andy had good taste because they were amazing pieces. So yeah, all the Native American pots are going to be for me, sorry, but the baskets are going to be listed for you guys. So moving on to a couple things I'm going to bring to my booth. So these candle holders, I really liked them. They were $3 a piece. They're not like ridiculously exciting, but I thought the shape on them and the colors were really good. And for $6 for the pair, like, you can't go wrong. I also got this glasses holder, which you guys have seen me pick up a bajillion times. And I have been finding these like crazy lately. I am in my era of finding these. This is like one of my hot things that I seem to find every time I go out thrifting, and I'm selling them like crazy in my booth. And I sell them anywhere from like $18 to $24. So they're not like super valuable, but they help pay the rent. So of course I had to find one at the marketplace. I also got these cool hands, which I plan to put in my booth too. But if one of you guys want them, let me know. And I actually started picking these up because Amanda from Amanda's Mercantile, she always was looking for these for her booth. And so of course, you know, I love hands, and then these hands, and I just like was influenced by her hand choices. And so that's why anytime I find these, I pick them up. And I love this one because it has all this cute painted detail. So yeah, I was really excited to find these hands. I think I may bring them to my booth, but if not, I will put them online. You know, and other like not so exciting stuff like a hammer like this, but everyone needs a small hammer. If you don't own a small hammer, you need a small hammer. It is a joy to hold, and it's just so much easier to handle than the giant beast that is in, you know, everyone's like toolbox. Oh, something very funny that I picked up is this 80s shirt, and you guys may recognize it because this is the shirt my friend Heather wore on our Palm Springs trip. And so I actually was like with her. She came to say hi, and we were going through the clothing racks at the marketplace, and I was just like, oh my God, is that not your shirt? She's like, it is, and it's my size. So I told her, I'm like, we should do like one of those JCPenney like photo shoots together with these shirts because I think that would be hysterical. So yeah, I was very excited to find this. It's only $5, so we can be twinsies, which is always funny. And then the last thing I wanted to show you is this Jonathan Adler box. So Jonathan Adler is one of my all-time favorite designers. I love his pieces. It's all very mid-century. He does a whole line of wicker animals that are on my list to one day own when I can find them secondhand, or I win the lottery, either or, it just depends, you know, what comes first. And so I was really, really excited that Taylor found this for me because she knows I love Jonathan Adler a lot. And so she's like, I found this box and it's Jonathan Adler. Because when you look inside, so his pieces are, and this is on half off day, because his pieces are wildly expensive, at least for my budget. And any Jonathan Adler piece that I have in my home, I've gotten secondhand because I cannot afford it new. Oh, and then one last thing to show you. This is for me. Sorry, because I know a lot of you are going to be like, ooh, but I need more colander strainers because we have, you know, basically growing season coming up. So a lot of berries, you know, fresh greens and veggies. And so I always need these. My son loves fruit, like every child. So we were constantly washing fruit and needing bowls. And this one I thought was awesome. I love when you can find pottery versions of these. I think they're very cool. And this one has all this interesting details. So I grabbed this immediately when I found it at the sale because I've been on the hunt for these just for my own personal home. Okay, so let's rapid fire through the stuff that I actually got on camera with you guys. So this will be available for you. I got to do a little bit of like repair work on it because the backing is falling out, which is actually not a big deal because I just bought myself a framing tool because I'm doing a bunch of framing projects right now because I'm just like making time for projects, which I know you guys are like, we'll see it, we'll believe it when we see it. But I have this new tool that will shoot the little metal pieces in that will actually like hold in the backing. So this is gonna be great because I find a lot of art that has the backing falling out or it's been taped in place, and I mean, it sells, but I always feel weird about having stuff duct taped to the back. It just I don't know. I feel like it takes the magic out of the framed piece. So this one needs to have this put back in, and then also whoever decided they wanted to put this like rope on, like this is the orientation of the art, but you can see this is where they put it. So it hangs like this, upside down. So yeah, why? Why would they do that? So I got to change the positioning of this. Not a big deal, but I just, need to do that. So, it's always something with these. I feel like it's always something. But I was really excited to find that piece because I haven't found, like a floral crewel like that in a while. So something I picked up on Mother's Day is this amazing paperweight. And I am looking for glass stuff for you guys all the time, like I keep saying, with mixed success, because I'm still very much learning. But this I knew was probably something special, and I know enough always to look at the bottom. And this piece is beautiful. It's very heavy, but it actually is like the planet. It's Earth. Like, look at, these are the continents. There's Australia. It's so good. And it was $25 and they're worth a lot more. So I was very excited about this. Now, one thing I've been noticing is that a lot of the pieces are dated from the 90s. So for all of you guys that know glass stuff, glass history, was the 90s a particular like prolific time in art glass? Because I feel like most of the pieces I've been seeing are 90s art glass pieces. Like that's what they're dated as. So let me know because I don't, know, of course. I did find this mushroom. This is going to be available on Etsy. Oh, that paperweight will be available on Etsy. This mushroom, as much as I would love to gift it to my husband, I think the man has so many mushroom themed things now because of course I'm finding them and I offer them to him first. This one being so floral, I'm not sure it's gonna fit his decor. And so this is gonna be up on Etsy. This doll horse is for my own personal collection. I actually collect doll horses. And this one, I think the reason why it was only $3 is it has like Mimi on it and the date. And so there's not many Mimis. And so that's why probably someone might not have wanted it. But for me, it's like, it doesn't bother me. I only display it this way, not like this. And so for my own personal collection, I can overlook that it's, named and dated. Now, something I'm going to bring to my booth are these salt and pepper shakers. Salt and pepper shakers are something that sell well in my booth. Again, something I don't know much about and why people like to pick them up. But anything that looks a little bit like mid-century or Danish, like these, they definitely always have a buyer, especially at Tiny Brambles because it's very much like mid-century in that store. A lot of mid-century pieces. I also picked up this really cute piece I thought would be great for rolled up towels in a bathroom or really anything, but it's a little like folding rack. It was only $4 and I had never seen one before. So it's all wood except for this joinery here is like colored plastic, and then these little like covers for the hardware are also like a colored plastic, but otherwise it's all wood. I thought it was very cute. I wonder what it would have been used for originally. So you guys know, let me know. But yeah, that'll be available online. These are going to my booth. This is on Etsy. So yeah, definitely check out Etsy because a lot of what I'm showing you today will be there. So my mom and I also went out shopping together and found some great pieces. So I got this floral print. My mom actually sells a lot of framed floral prints. So it doesn't even have to be original artwork. Just the floral prints have been selling well for her. So I thought, okay, well, I'll give this a try. I mean, it was $18 I paid up. But I thought the colors and the black and the gold was just really, really great. And so we'll see how it does. I don't sell a lot of prints. I try to only sell and pick up original art, but my mom said, it's been selling for me. So I'm like, all right, well, if this is, if I want to give it a try, I feel like this is the piece to try because it's so pretty. And then I found a Florentine tray, which I was very excited about because I sell so many of them, as you guys know. And I have such an eye for honing in on them because that was underneath a bunch of stuff. And I was like, wait a minute, Florentine. Like it's almost like I have like a spidey sense for Florentine. I also picked up these awesome vases, and I actually thrifted one of these earlier in the year. Didn't know anything about them. I was very excited to find that when I did a Google lens, they were worth, you know, something. So really excited to find even bigger ones than the ones that I found. This one was $9.99 and this one was $6.99. They must have been priced by two different people, because I'm like, why is the big one not as expensive as the little one? And when I asked, the person's like, I don't know what they're doing back there. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, clearly neither do they know what they're doing back there. And I also got this really pretty embroidered piece, this runner. And I actually have considered cutting it up and framing pieces of it, which struck my mom in horror, and also probably will strike you guys in horror too. But I am in this like mindset of anytime I see, you know, anything embroidery that I feel like I can, you know, take pieces of it and frame it and make it something special, like for the wall. I kind of want to do it. So I don't know, we'll see. But if one of you guys want it, let me know. So I also seem to be in my owl era. Like I'm finding so many owl pieces lately, and they've been selling really quickly, especially brass owls. They just fly out of my booth. And then I have sold this type before too, the Japanese style. I think it's very cute. So I decided to pick up these really interesting brass owls. So they're actually painted brass, and usually don't pick up a lot of painted brass because I'm like somewhat of a purist, but I thought these ones were very cute, and I liked their pop of color, and then I really liked the fact that there was a green one with the red one. So yeah, these are going to my booth space. I've been putting in a lot of like little things like this just because, you know, they can help pay the rent. A friend of mine, she has suggested that to me, another reseller. She's like, you need more small stuff in your booth. You don't have anything small in your booth, and you need to have more small stuff. So I have been taking her advice. So thank you, Carrie. I've been taking her advice, and so that has been really helping, especially right now. I don't know how selling in booths are going for you guys around the country or out in the rest of the world. But I will say, like locally, a lot of dealers are talking about how slow things have been recently for people. And so it's helpful to have these little things, you know, that can help, you know, generate a little bit, because someone may not have an appetite for something very expensive, but they may have an appetite for something that's like around 20 bucks, which is what I usually sell those for. You know, they're usually under 30. I did buy a mug, and I just realized it's all the way across the room, so let me grab it. So here is the mug that I picked up. I thought it was really cute. Now I paid up for it. It was $8, but it has the woman's sign on it. And I just, you know, any type of handmade pottery, it had a really good hand feel to it. Like it feels very good in the hand. So this will go to my booth. I always need mugs. Mugs, again, are another thing that help pay the rent for me. A little small stuff. And then I got this, which I'll probably put in my booth. Although, I don't know, maybe one of you guys would want it too, but I really like the color, and I love like the minimalist style of this hook. And this would look great entryway because it's really small and very sturdy. And I feel like everyone has a spot for this. So I was very excited to find this. Was at Red, White, and Blue. It was $1.99, which was great. The wood aisle at that thrift store always delivers for me, which I very much appreciate. That's where I also got this giant Polish box, like huge, the biggest one I have ever found. And I think this is only $4.99, which is crazy. So yeah, the Red, White, and Blue wood aisle is my very favorite aisle, I think, there, because I always find amazing wood boxes. Okay, so I think that's everything I am going to show you guys today. Yeah, I don't think I actually forgot anything for like the first time ever. I feel like I always forget to show you guys something. So anyways, that is my haul today. If you guys are in Portland or in the Pacific Northwest and you've never been to the PDX Estate Marketplace, the one where I sold at, the 20,000 square foot warehouse, you guys need to go to their next sale. So the next sale is in June. It's the first weekend of every month, unless there's a holiday that kind of messes up that schedule. And I got a preview of what is coming into the next sale for June, because when I was loading out, I was in, in the back area, and, on the tables, got to see all the stuff that they were processing. And I was like, oh my gosh. It is going to be a good sale. So you guys need to mark your calendars and make sure that you are available the first weekend in June. So thank you again so much for watching today, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Take care.